But I'm putting my late Detective Hunt. He's my administrative review team here. So, all right. So you asked for this meeting so we could discuss some things. What do you want to discuss?
How come your officers haven't been reprimanded for their actions that day, and they're still on the force patrolling?
Okay. So, what actions specifically do you reprimandable? What is the concern?
When he pulled me over, he had already been following me for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, and he lied in his police reports. Police reports are sworn affidavits, correct? That means you can't lie in them, even if you're the one who's writing.
Explain to me what the lie is.
Okay. So, he said he was behind me the entire time, which he never was. He was never behind me. He was pacing the line of about 7 or 8 cars with a motorcycle behind me. And he finally admitted that on the stand. That's a lie. That's perjury. He's on the stand. So when we were coming over the bridge and I turned into him, it's a motorcycle behind me. He had already, like I said, been following. He had sped past the whole group behind me, and he was up pacing me on my bumper over here. And he lied and said that the license plate cover was the reason that he couldn't read it. No, you were trying to read my license plate while you're in this lane, while I'm in this car, in this lane of cars right here. And he finally had to admit that on the stand too.
I'm not following because in the report he explains that he tried to run your tag. There was a license plate cover. He entered he ran it incorrectly, didn't get a return. Again, I haven't read the report this morning, so I'm just kind of trying to recall. But that's normal patrol activity. You know, you're driving, you're conducting traffic enforcement, and you're running tags. So, but from what I recall, is he didn't even stop you for that violation anyway. Right.
That's no, he did. That's in all, even in his search warrant application. His first paragraph in the search warrant application is he was behind me. He even related to dispatch. The car is stolen and he smells weed, and he hadn't even pulled me over yet. All of his windows are up. His AC is blowing. You can hear it in the video. The windows in my truck does not go down. So does that make sense to you that you can smell weed in a car that you haven't even come close to yet?
I mean, there's been times.
No, sir. That's not.
So you're asking me, and then
okay. So you're telling me if we're sitting right here and somebody's smoking weed in that car right there, we can smell it from here?
It depends on how strong it is.
Are you serious, sir? Are you serious, sir?
You're asking me a question, and I'm trying to respond.
All right.
So there have been instances where I have driven past houses, vehicles, and you can smell the odor of marijuana. I don't think that's enough.
With all of your windows rolled up in your car?
Yeah, I have driven past locations before, and you can smell it from the outside.
You understand how nonsensical that sounds, though, sir, right?
And that's your opinion. You're asking me if I've ever done that before, and I'm telling
you. And you're a pastor, so it's like, weren't you a pastor at a church?
No.
Not Michael Mountain? No. Or they had it in your bio.
You kidding? Not a pastor.
Same deal.
Not really. Not.
Well, they were pastor. You got pastor in your bio, so that's what I'm saying. But like I said, so your integrity should be a bit above board other than just that badge.
Let's get back to your concerns instead of making personal attacks.
It's not personal attacks. It's you're not being genuine, because when you're in
you're asking me questions and I'm responding, and then you're getting upset when you.
No, I'm not getting upset. This entire ordeal has cost me $20,000, and this case just got thrown in the toilet. And if you read the judge's ruling, She called your officer a liar.
She did not.
She did not. She did. She stated the claims that the officer made, and she said that just doesn't exist.
In the order, does it say that he committed perjury? It doesn't say that he lied. None of that is in the.
She lays out the assertions he makes, and then she says his body cam just doesn't appear to show that.
What are we looking to accomplish here this morning? What
I want to know is the type of basically clown show you're running here. It's like for people of color like me, you got.
We're going to turn this into a race.
No, it's not a race thing.
You just said for people. Go ahead.
He racial profiled me, sir.
Okay.
How many black people do you work with on a daily basis?
Do we come into contact with?
And you see how my hands are now? Would you say I have cocaine on my hands right now?
Why? Why would you say that?
Because your officers were saying that the entire stop. When he pulled me over and said, "Why is this coming back? Why is this coming back stolen? It's supposed to be on a Kia." And I tell him, "This car belongs to my uncle, who's a cop." That's incorrect. He never mentions anything about marijuana when he first comes to the car. Not once. Once he realizes the reason he stopped me is totally bull, then it came to the marijuana.
Didn't you receive citations for the stop?
They got thrown out, yeah.
Did you receive citations for the stop?
After the fact, I was arrested.
Citations for the stop, correct?
Yeah.
Was any of them citations about the license plate?
It was about the story he concocted,
Failed to stop at a stop sign.
which the judge wrote in her order. She said that he did, right?
Listen, the failed to stop at a stop sign and then change in lane. Is that what you got citations for?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get a citation for the plates?
He couldn't.
Did you get a citation for the plate?
No.
Okay. So the officer said he stopped you for those two things. That's why he wrote you.
No, he did not say that, sir.
Did he write you citations?
Yes.
So obviously that is.
So, but when you force, no, sir, he voiced what he stopped me for.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna play it for you.
What are we playing? What is this?
This is Officer Brown's body-worn camera. Now you tell me, where do you hear? Now you tell me, where does he say anything about any traffic violations, citations, or anything? The entire thing, okay? You see, he just told me about the tag.
He doesn't have to sit there and list all the violations out to you right there at the
Sir, he has to list what he's pulled me over for, which he did.
The first thing he's doing is he's asking you for your license, the
And
registration.
and he already explained that he's pulled me over because the tag is not coming back to this truck.
When does he say that? I missed that part. Why are you shaking, man? Why are you so upset?
Because you violated my civil rights.
I didn't violate anything.
I don't even know why you're in here. I needed to talk to him because he's been dealing with me.
I've already explained that he's part of my administration.
Okay. You didn't hear that? Okay. It's coming back to a kid.
But he says in the report that you ran it improperly, so that's
It's after the fact, sir.
Just because you stopped him for other things, you can investigate other things in a traffic stop.
But if you don't ever mention it to me and it's after the fact,
He wrote you citations for us, so he mentioned
I
it.
never heard anything about citations until I was arrested and we were headed
So
to.
you were notified then by citation, were you not?
That's the first time I heard about a citation during the entire stop. The citation never became, he had to find something that would stand as probable cause for him to make the stop, sir. So the narrative shift, because he can be heard once he comes onto the, his body cam is turned on, he's telling dispatch it's stolen and he smells weed and he's never made contact with me yet. He's not.
Where's the body cam of him saying he smells weed?
I'm glad you asked.